Rich, I'm looking for a little kung pao in my next dish.
I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Chef Rich. Today we have something special. This is a longtime friend of mine, Candice Eisenberger.
Hi.
She is a comedian, a singer, and guest chef today.
All right, I'm ready.
So today we're going to be making some kung pao chicken.
Sounds good.
Okay. You like Chinese food?
I love Chinese food.
Good.
I don't make it a lot, but I would love to learn.
Over here I have a mix of both some chicken breast and some chicken thighs, sliced very thin, some red and yellow peppers, cornstarch, sliced scallions, chopped garlic, chopped ginger, some reconstituted red chilies,
Ooh, spicy.
a little bit, some soy sauce, some honey, some sesame oil, some cashews, and black and white sesame. So those are all our ingredients. First we'll talk briefly about these. These come dried, and what I did with these was I tossed them in a dry saute pan, like no oil, no water, just a dry saute pan. I just heated them for about a minute on each side, and then put some water in them and let them simmer for about 2 or 3 minutes just to soften them up a little bit. I also took out the seeds. The seeds are the hot part.
Yeah.
So I took out the seeds. I add a little bit of spice. One of the people eating doesn't like too spicy, so I'm not going to add too much of this. The cashews, you can use peanuts or cashews, and I just toasted these off 350-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes, just to toast them a little bit, and let's start cooking.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, so first thing we're going to do is put on our wok, and
We're gonna walk and roll here.
we're going to wok and roll.
Let's walk and roll.
This is up by my son. There's a buffet place called the Wok and Roll Buffet.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Well, wok and roll.
Walk and roll.
We're going to start off by sauteing off our chicken. If our cameraman wants to join us, he can.
Come over here.
Exactly. I'm just going to use a little bit of olive oil.
Olive oil.
Not too much. And we're going to get this smoking hot, and then we're going to put our chicken in. Actually, let's give you a glove. Or do you want me to put the chicken in because it's hot?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
All right.
Stand over here and I'll do that.
Okay. Could be like the Vanna White.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the chicken.
Here's door number 3. And that's actually smoking already. So
I see that, yes.
So what we're going to do, I might actually cook this in 2 separate parts because I don't want to cool down my pan. I actually will be cooking this in 2 separate parts. Now, the chicken just came out of the refrigerator, so it's cold. Pan is hot. Obviously, when you put something cold in there, it cools down the pan.
Right.
We want to do something called sear the chicken, meaning we want to brown it a little bit. So at first, we just let it sit, and that way it kind of reheats.
Right. You just let it sit there. You don't turn it. Let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Let it sit for about 20 to 30 seconds, and we'll turn it and let it sit for another 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
So,
Sometimes you want to, get in there and stir, but
Yeah,
no,
no.
you want to just let it.
right. Let the pan reheat, basically.
Right. Yeah, get a close up of that. That's the chicken.
It kind of, it's what we call sears the chicken, which locks in the juices. So, and you're going to give this just like a really, really nice stir for, this shouldn't be hot. You can hold that if you want to.
Yep.
Just give it like a really nice turn. Oh, that's perfect.
Okay.
And then just let it sit for another half a minute. So once again, the pan will reheat.
Right?
This doesn't take a long time to cook. It's actually, if you look at how it's cut, it's actually
it's
cut,
really thin. Yeah.
cut pretty thin. So it doesn't take a long time to cook.
Can you actually buy that cut like that?
No, I just took a breast.
You just cut it yourself.
Yeah, meat like wood has something called grain, meaning you
Yeah,
see
sure.
lines in it.
Right.
So you always want to cut across the lines. Like if the lines are going this way, you want to cut this way.
Cut against the grain.
Yeah,
Not with the grain.
yeah, against the grain.
Because if you cut with the grain, then it's
Tougher,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
You can give it just one really nice mix,
One really nice mix.
and then put it out again, and just let it sit. Yep,
It's getting there.
it's getting there. This will cook in like 2 to 3 minutes.
Could you also make something else kung pao?
Yeah, why not? I'm sure you could do beef. You could do any type of seafood. Yeah, you could do that.
Tofu if you want it.
Tofu, just vegetables. If you don't want the chicken.
Right?
Yep. You can give that another quick toss.
Right. I think I'm getting the hang of it now.
There you go. It's actually just about done cooking.
Yeah, it looks like it, right?
Okay, so that's actually done. What we're going to do is we're going to
Ready for the next batch.
Now we're ready for the next batch. Our chicken is now done. I'm going to add just another teaspoon of oil. And we're going to add the peppers.
All right, I'll do that. Love me some peppers.
And those we're going to move around every 20 to 30 seconds. And they're going to cook for just 2 to 3 minutes to get a little tender. So if you look at our pan up close, our peppers are starting to brown a little bit, which isn't a problem, but our pan is really hot. I'm just gonna take literally a tablespoon or so of water just to cool down the pan. A lot of people at this point would just add more oil. I don't like to add oil because it just adds fat to your dish. So I put a little bit of water. Basically, it will steam the peppers. Doesn't add any calories, doesn't change the flavor.
Fat. Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, and it'll just basically steam the peppers as opposed to sauteing them, but it's not a problem. And that water will evaporate in a couple seconds.
And they already have a nice color on them.
Yeah,
so
I just wanted to explain that. We're gonna finish sauteing these for about another minute or so, and I'll see you shortly. So our peppers are close to tender, not totally tender. And at this point, we're gonna add the scallions. Okay. Good job, Candice.
Thank you.
You're hired.
Thank you.
Garlic and ginger.
Yum.
Sesame oil. Just a little bit for flavor.
What you say? Is that
that's about a teaspoon. Yeah. And we're gonna add some hot chili peppers.
Woo, mama.
And then we're gonna give that a really good stir.
Now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it smells so good. It's starting to smell really good now.
That you do want to keep moving because you don't want to burn the garlic or ginger.
Yep. No, I hate burnt garlic.
Yep. Has a very, very bitter flavor.
Yes.
While this is going, we're going to make something called a slurry. A slurry is a mixture of corn starch and water.
Okay.
You can't add cornstarch directly to your pan because it'll just clump up. So what a slurry is, it's basically relatively close to equal amounts of cold water with cornstarch, actually. And then we're just going to mix this up. The slurry generally has a little more cornstarch. This probably has a little too much water, but it's not a problem.
Okay.
Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour our chicken back in.
All right.
Are you okay with that?
Yep. Ooh, this is going to be so good.
That's the plan.
So colorful, too.
Now, next thing that we're going to do is, once that's stirred, you're going to add the soy sauce.
Okay.
And this is honey. Because I have a glove on, I'm just going to use the glove. So this is basically equal amounts of honey and soy sauce.
Okay.
And you're going to mix that really well.
A little sweet and a little savory.
Yep. Hard to mix.
No, it's good. I'm loving the workout.
Okay, good.
I hope I get credit from my Apple Watch for the workout.
There you go. And then we're going to add some of the cornstarch. And you're going to give that a really good mix.
Okay.
Just keep mixing that well.
And that'll eventually get thicker, right?
Mm-hmm. Once it comes up to boil, it should get pretty thick.
Okay. Ooh, it smells so good.
I'm just going to give it. Actually, this is done.
Done.
Yeah, it's nice and thick.
Nice.
Sauce is nice and thick.
Yes.
Crack the nuts. These we'll use for garnish. You can give that a nice stir.
And these are already toasted, right?
Yeah, those are already toasted. And we're going to put this on a plate, and we'll show you what it looks like in 2 minutes. Our Kung Pao chicken is now on a plate. You can take a look at it.
So pretty.
Put some sliced scallion, some black and white sesame seeds, and some fried rice on a plate with it. And we'd like to try.
I would love to try.
She's so energetic.
I know. Well, look at this. How beautiful this is. Mmm.
So, how is it?
It's
Really, really, really good. thank you so much for joining me. It's been a real pleasure having you, seeing you. You're a singer and you're a comedian.
I am.
Is there anything you'd like to plug? Is there any, like, how do people find you if somebody wants to go and see you?
I'm so glad you asked, Rich. Well, you can go to my band's webpage, or we're also on Facebook. It's Next Stage Music, which is NX Stage Music. Or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. It's just my name, Candice Eisenberger. And I have a list of all my shows that are coming up.
And I will be putting links down below so you can find her very easily. Just click on the link. Please, if you're in the tri-state area, please come check out Candice's show. She would love to see you guys. Make sure if you do go to see her, make sure that you say that you saw her on Cooking with Chef Rich.
Absolutely, I want to know.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up. Please hit the subscription button if you haven't subscribed already. I would love to hear what type of Chinese food you like to make at home. And I will see you in the next video. Be safe, everyone. Bye-bye.